Hey guys, welcome to another episode of New Zealand's biggest gap year, where a couple of years ago Robin and I did an epic adventure all around New Zealand doing 365 days of 365 activities. And in this episode and today's activity we are doing a heli hike on the Fox Glacier, so check out the video to see what the experience is like, and then at the end of the video I'll be going through some of the comments and questions you guys had when we published this video the first time round, so more information to come at the end. Stick around.
This morning the weather is playing ball with us. It's a glorious day out there, and on our first day in Fox Glacier we are heading on top of that said glacier. So we're meeting the guys from the Fox Glacier guiding companies that quickly weigh the group and send us on our way. We are boarding a helicopter, we're gonna land on the glacier, and we're gonna have a blast exploring New Zealand's fastest moving glacier. All geared up with our windproof jacket, backpack, woolen socks and boots, we are boarding the helicopter. But because Laura and I had too big of a breakfast this time, we are the heaviest one, so we have a back seat in the helicopter.
It feels like we are in an action movie as we are in the helicopter flying over the stunning scenery of the Fox Glacier Valley. This whole valley has been carved by the Fox Glacier, and it's surrounded by rainforest, rocky valley sides, and up ahead we can see the terminal face of the glacier. Everyone has their cameras out. They are glued to the windows of this helicopter. It looks amazing. And now it's the difficult part of this helicopter having to land on the ice. But here we are meeting our guides for today. It is Tak from Japan and Tom from England, and they are safely taking us away from the helicopter and gonna get us geared up, ready to explore this icy glacier.
Welcome to Fox Glacier. This is one of the fastest glaciers in the world. Hope you're gonna enjoy your day.
So we've got pretty much everything we needed from the base, but once on top of the glacier we're getting our crampons. It takes us only a few seconds to put our crampons on, and it's over a crevasse that Tax give us the safety briefing. The crevasses here are so big and so deep that they can fit buildings within them. Actually, they did find over a 70-meter deep crevasse only a few days ago. That means that if we fall in them, we will never ever be found again. But luckily, Tak and Tom really know what they're doing. They have a combined 15 years experience hiking on glaciers, so they will be taking us all around the glacier, telling us all about the glacier, despite the fact that the glacier is riddled with those massive crevasses. One of the fascinating facts about the Fox Glacier is that the neve, which is the massive accumulation of ice right on top of the glacier, is over 36 square kilometers. That's bigger than the city of Christchurch, which is New Zealand's second biggest city. It's crazy.
There's no need to bring a water bottle onto the Fox Glacier because there's so many of these pools of fresh glacial water goodness. The really cool thing about the Fox Glacier guiding tour is that we have plenty of time to stop and take photos, and the guides themselves are helping us out with our photos along the way as well. And we have really intimate groups, and it feels like we are the only ones on this glacier.
One of the really unique features of Fox Glacier, and what makes it stand out over any other glacier in New Zealand, is this massive amount of ice caves. And the reason why there is so many ice caves on Fox Glacier is because the glacier is trying to fit in a funnel-shaped valley, meaning that the ice is trying to make its way in a valley, getting smaller and smaller as it goes, compressing it on both sides and making it bend and create ice caves.
Alright, he said if you want to go inside, go inside. It's a bit of a slope. And then he said good luck. I didn't like those last words, but holy cow. This is a tight fit. Whoa. All right. I think that was to be expected.
As I watch Robin painfully make his way through this second ice cave, I am determined to do a better job than him, but turns out I do a pretty awful job as well as I'm sliding on my ass through the cave. You know you've been on a good tour when you've got a wet ass. Of course, it's not just all about the caves here on Fox Glacier, but this is an awesome place to see some amazing mountain scenery. We are surrounded by towering peaks topped with snow and also covered with rainforest as well, which is a pretty unusual sight when you're seeing a glacier right next to forest.
Our next ice cave is gonna be a little bit harder to maneuver than the two previous ones as it goes up in a little bit of a spiral. Also, it's incredibly narrow. So the group thought it was the right idea to send me, the tallest guy of the group, first in the cave. I'm painfully making my way through it. It is really hard to maneuver, but it's really cool. Once you get inside the cave, it's absolute silence. I really do like it. But because Laura was laughing her ass off while I was going, while she's going through the cave, I am standing on top and make sure that I make a massive rumble noise by jumping on the cave. I can hear her scream and woo down the bottom. It's quite hilarious.
Our guides are super knowledgeable and they're telling us loads along the way.
So all of this rock here came from the very top of the glacier, about 7 kilometers away. It's been transported in the ice, on the ice and through the ice over the years. When it reaches this point, it's melting out. And people think it's from the valley sides down here. That's not the case, it's from way up high.
And it has been crushed over the years?
Yeah, it's been eroded and grinded down, crushed up on its journey down the valley. Yeah, and eventually it will go into the river one day.
So we continue with our group along the glacier that consists of a couple from India who are on their honeymoon here, as well as a French couple who are on a working holiday visa. And our guides are taking us to the next cave, which actually they've only just discovered today. And we are the first group to go through here. That just goes to show how every tour is different on the Fox Glacier, and that's really, really awesome.
Needless to say that this cave is a tight fit as well. I mean, I let you guys watch me trying to make my way around. It's really fun. But the good thing is, if I get stuck right here, I will not be left without any water. I am being completely rained on by the melting ice. It's a really, really cool feeling. Actually, cool is the right word right here. It's really cool. But after we all pass through the ice cave, it's time for us to make our way back toward the heliport, or what is used as a heliport here, i.e. a little bit of a flat patch of ice, where we're going to be boarding back onto a helicopter to make our way back toward the Fox Glacier settlement. Boarding the helicopter is as hectic as ever. We really love the fact that it's so noisy, so dangerous, so chaotic. I really enjoy it. And as soon as the helicopter takes off, we see the glacier from a whole different angle. We see it really kind of flat, but we've just been inside the glacier between all those towering ice peaks and those ice caves. It's really crazy to see how the glacier looks from above and how hard it is to appreciate its sheer size. Another really interesting fact while we are going along the valley is that between 1985 and 2009 the glacier was actually advancing before starting to retreat around 2009. Since then it has been losing ground at an alarmingly fast pace.
Again, we get to see those amazing rainforest views from above before making our way back down to the Fox Glacier guiding base, where the guides are showing us off the helicopter. It's super noisy, so they have to use hand signals to show us what to do and where to go. We are super buzzing after the trip we've just done. I can't believe that we've just been on top of the Fox Glacier, going inside the glacier as well. That is one super unique trip and we will definitely remember it forever. So after we are taking off our gear and returning our boots and woolen socks, we actually get a little souvenir, which is a certificate showing that we have been on Fox Glacier.
It was such an epic day, it needs to be rounded off with an epic beer.
And here's a tip: if you have been to the Monteith's Brewery tour back in Greymouth like we did, you actually get these free beer coupons which you can spend around the west coast. So we do just that in Fox Glacier and treat ourselves to a lovely pint of beer and talk about our amazing experience we've just had on the Fox Glacier.
But the adventure in Fox Glacier is not over. There is still heaps of stuff that we want to do here, and we are still here for quite a few days, so stick around. Let me play with your crevasse, Fox Glacier. Let me be foxy with your crevasse.
Stop it, Robin. You're so cringy. It's so awful. So again, someone has to watch that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and sorry for Robin being so cringy all the time. But we'll go through some of the comments that you guys had the first time we published this video right now. So Christian said, super cool video guys, we are currently in Wellington and we'll definitely be doing this after watching your video. Your channel is awesome, I can't believe it has not blown up just yet, keep it up. Yeah, we have been sort of growing this channel since then, so yeah, it's definitely a niche, definitely just for traveling in New Zealand, so that's not that many people, but yeah, we're definitely enjoying doing this channel on YouTube. It's so much fun, we get to do so much cool stuff. We also have comments from Sasisco saying, comparing Fox Glacier and Franz Josef Glacier, which one is worth doing if you only are able to afford one heli hike? So this really depends on, it depends on you and what you're looking for basically in a heli hike. Franz Josef has multiple operators that can take you onto the glacier, therefore the prices are a bit cheaper to do the heli hike experience. So if you are on a tight budget, it's usually cheaper to go to Franz Josef, but if you are looking for a more intimate experience with smaller groups, also you're not on the glacier with different tour groups that are going on. Usually on the Franz Josef Glacier you have helicopters going overhead quite a lot. You can see different tour groups around the glacier, but on Fox Glacier, as you can see from the video, we were the only group on the entire glacier. We didn't really see that many helicopters. Basically, it just felt more like a sort of intimate, sort of tranquil experience. So it was very different. But in terms of like the formations that you get to see, with the sort of the tunnels and the crevasses that you get to go through and things, that's always changing on both glaciers. They'll always have different sort of caves and tunnels to go through, so you can't really sort of guarantee one has more tunnels than the other. Usually they say that Fox Glacier, because there's a bend in the valley, that sometimes creates some more caves, so that's just a little bit of a comparison there. So yeah, I hope just sort of giving you that information sort of helps you answer that question with which one would be more appropriate for you and which one you would say is best to go to, but it's different for everyone. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you do have any questions of your own, make sure to put them in the comments below. We answer all the questions pretty quickly, but another place to get your questions answered is on our live Q&A session that we do on YouTube every single Sunday at 8 a.m. New Zealand time. So come and check us out there, subscribe, press the notification bell for notifications when we do that live session. All right, guys, see you for the next video.